What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and we got another reaction video. We are going to be looking at the Athletics updated awards ballots 1 through 10 on each award. And unlike other sites and myself, instead of kind of just using the advanced stats as well as kind of the eye test, in my opinion, the Athletic really just uses their own model, which it is pretty accurate and reflective of the NHL. But there's going to be some wild picks on this video in terms of their ballots. So let's get into it and let's see what the math has to say in terms of who should be winning the award. So up first, can Cale Makar become the first defenseman to win a Hart trophy since 2000? Don't even include Quinn Hughes. Damn, ruthless. All right, Hart first, I assume. Hart first. Hart ballot, Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, Kucherov, Pasta, Reinhart, Carlson, Hyman, Dobson, Panarin, and Hughes. I don't think that this is definitely a Hyman and a Dobson and even Erik Karlsson. I would take them off. I would put a couple guys that I can think of, a William Nylander, probably Pettersson as well. I think those three are kind of ridiculous, but besides that, it does make some sense. Kucherov definitely has probably had the best forward season. You can see right there is his defensive impact is dog shit. But the Lightning are 10, 10, and 5 right now, so I understand why he's not one. I would maybe have Cale Makar right now as my number one guy. I think that actually is valid. But when looking at it, Reinhart, I don't think stats that ridiculous at number 5. He's balling out fantastic defensively. Look at that defensive impact, +2. Reinhart's been great. Panthers have been a playoff team. He's been the best player on the team. I think that actually makes sense. Dobson, Hyman, Karlsson have all been good, but let's be honest, not actual Hart. Panarin, I did see something from this that this was done before yesterday's game, before he had a hat trick and an assist. So I assume Panarin should be number 6 or number 5 at this point. And then Jack Hughes, I assume that he's only low because this is looking at raw totals, and obviously he missed 5 games. So I actually don't think that this one's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I would actually give this a B+. The top 4 make a lot of sense. Beyond that, there is some goofy picks, but Noah Dobson. Imagine Noah Dobson getting Hart votes this season. That would be insane. All right, next up. I'm not reading all that shit. Cale Makar. Yeah, Cale Makar, utter stud. He might get 100 points. If he gets 100 points, Avalanche win the division. I think you'd really make a case considering we're not seeing a dominant McDavid season. Kucherov could put up 120 points, but if they don't make the goddamn playoffs, it's going to be hard to make the Hart argument for him. Quinn Hughes, I love him, but I think at this point, the Canucks are starting to slow down. He's slowing down a little bit offensively. Still going to get 90, 95 points, but I think his Hart case is unlikely. Cale Makar has a reputation of being the best defenseman. Come on, how long is this? All right, Norris, again, makes sense. Makar, Hughes, Karlsson. I think that's kind of a valid top 3 right now, in my opinion. I would have Roman Josi higher. Dobson, number 4. I think you can make a case that he actually does deserve to be on a Norris ballot right now. He's been that good, and especially defensively, he looks much better. Brady Shea, that screams just Florida's system. He's playing great, don't get me wrong, but Slavin's been great. Burns has been that's just the system, in my opinion. How much is he playing a night? He's only playing 21 minutes a night. What are we doing? Come on. Petrangelo's been good. Morrissey's been good. Bouchard makes some boneheaded-ass decisions, so I wouldn't have him on my Norris ballot, but definitely offensively he's been impressive. Brodin 3.6 according to their model. Look at all these other guys, and then Brodin's defensive rating. That is nuts. He is a stud, though. I would move up Roman Josi. I would have Charlie McAvoy on this, maybe because of Charlie McAvoy's 4-game suspension. Maybe he doesn't have those raw net ratings like some other guys, so this isn't bad. Maybe some other guys. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would move up Morris. I would probably have Roman Josi 3 or 4. Move up Morrissey to number 6 or number 5. But again, not that bad. Brady Shea's a horrible pick, but that's just the system. Brodin's playing 24 minutes a night. Selke. Okay, Selke. Alexander Barkov 1, Reinhart 2. I think that is kind of the number 1. It is kind of weird because they're both such fantastic defensive players. Are their numbers kind of juiced because they're playing on the same line? I think Barkov's definitely the favorite right now. Tyler Seguin, I did not know was having such a good defensive year. God damn. I had William Karlsson on my ballot too. Zibanejad, number 4. Teuvo, I think, is kind of just the system as well. Kreider has if you count shorthanded in terms of Selke, I kind of do. Kreider has 2 or 3 shorthanded goals. He's always a monster. Petrushkin's been great. It's great to see Sean Couturier back in the mix. I think he could potentially crack a Selke ballot, especially considering He has won a Selke. He has that reputation. And then Boone Jenner has been one of the most underrated players in the entire league. So in terms of this, I'm surprised Jordan Stahl's not on it. He has fantastic defensive results. He does only play around 15, 16 minutes a night compared to these other guys that play pretty massive minutes. I think he probably should crack it. But overall, yeah, I think Barkov, Reinhart, Carlson, and like an Etrushkin and Kreider would probably be my ballot right now. I don't think that's that crazy. So that's actually pretty solid. Especially, you're going to go to the advanced stats for an award like the Selke Trophy. Eye test you can't be watching every single game and watching every single defensive play. So that's solid. Barkov, yeah, slurp off Barkov. Calder! Jesus. Brock Faber 1, Luke Hughes 2, Joseph Wool 3, Ty Forrester 4, Dmitry Vortikov 5, Zari, Carlson, Rossi, Bedard. I don't even know who Ty Emberson is, if I'm going to be honest. Oh my God. So yeah, this is where like the garbage advanced stats come in. Because look, Ty Emberson's playing 18 minutes a night, has 4 points in 16 games. I'm sure it's just because of the advanced stats, because he's so much better than all the other dog shit players on like the rest of the defense core is so bad that like he stands out. That this is where it just becomes a shit show. I'm sorry. Connor Bedard's the Calder favorite right now. He has 11 goals, 8 assists, 19 points in like 22 games. He's on pace for what? Like 40-ish goals. Like that's ridiculous. I understand you look at it, his defensive ratings like minus 1.8, but I think that's more so just he's playing massive minutes on a dog shit Chicago team. This is wild. There's no Pavel Minchikov on this. Minchikov's on pace for like 50 points. Has been very solid defensively. I think that's wild. Faber has been great. Right now, my ballot would probably be Bedard, Luke Hughes, Pavel Minchikov, Brock Faber, Joseph Wool. I think that's fair. It's definitely Bedard, then the 3 defensemen in Wool. Carlson's been great. He's only played 16 games. He's missed like 5 or 6 games. That does matter. If Carlson has played every single game of the season and was going at the same rate, probably be second on my Calder ballot. But you can't use the hypotheticals like with Michelli last year when Michelli only played 64 games. People were like, oh, he had the highest points per game, but he missed 18 games. So obviously you're going to factor that into it in terms of the overall value that they provided and how good they were. So when looking at it, yeah, this is... Faber's been fantastic. He's walked into a legit, almost like a number 1 role. You see he's playing 23 minutes a night. And part of that was because Spurgeon was out. He has gone down a little bit. But first in the Calder ballot right now, you could pitch me on him being a finalist, even him being second place. I just think this model is looking far too much and not excusing Connor Bedard on being on such a bad team. Because you look at his offensive impact, Bedard, 2.8, by far the highest out of any of these rookies. By far. It's his defensive numbers, which defense does matter, but he is a center on a dog shit defensive team. I think that's ridiculous. And it's that does kind of lend the credibility. If I was making this article, I would maybe flub the numbers and get Connor Bedard at least in a top 5 position. I don't know about you. But that's nuts. Bedard, yeah, look, I mean, yeah, he sucks defensively because Chicago Blackhawks, he's in the 1 percentile defensively. Yikes. Vezina should be next. Vezina. Adin Hill, number 1 right now. I guess they have the same goals saved above expected, and he has a better record and better normal stats. Adin Hill has been great. I would probably go Thatcher Demko for me. Thatcher Demko, 4 more games played, has been fantastic. One of the backbones of the Canucks right now, but I think that is pretty clearly your number 1 and number 2. I would have Cam Talbot top 5 at least. Connor Ingram's been great. Just finished 3-0 week where he had like a 1-2-5. So he's in the conversation right now. 14 games played. Tristan Jarry's been very solid. Swayman's been great, but he has only played 12 out of like Boston's 23 games. So that's tough. I don't really love, even last year with Olmark, even though he had like a 9.38, I didn't love him winning it, only playing 48 games he started or something like that. But right now mine would probably be Demko, Hill, Talbot, Jarry, Ingram, maybe? I think that's fair. I think that's fair in terms of a ballot. Connor Ingram, 3rd place. Cam Talbot needs more respect, though. Art Ross projections. Art Ross. Nikita Kucherov's projection. I still think McDavid's going to win the Art Ross. He's 11 points behind Kucherov, and I think he has... Tampa's played 25 games. Kucherov missed 1. Edmonton's played 22 games, so he has 3 games on Kucherov, has 11 less points. The next, McDavid has 60 games left in the season. I think he's going to outscore Kucherov by 11 points with 3 games in hand. That just may. I could definitely see Kucherov winning this because he got Kucherov 125 points. Dude has scored 128 points in his career. He has the track record. McKinnon being second, that's definitely interesting. He's not off to an amazing start, but he did have 110 and 70 games last year. Pasta, Draisaitl seems a little bit low. I would have Draisaitl at like 115. He's 29 and 22 right now. That's still on pace for like 100, 105, and he's not playing that good. Then we got Mikko Rantanen, 105 points. That would be back-to-back 105-point seasons, I believe. Panarin at 104. I think that's about fair. And then Nylander, 99 with 43 goals. That would be a freaking $10 million payday for sure. JT Miller, if JT Miller has 2 99-point seasons in 3 years, that's going to be funny as hell. He just can't get to the 100-point mark. Rocket Richard. Austin Matthews, 54. They're only projecting 250 goal scorers. Last year, there was like 6 or 7. Chris Kreider, for those of you guys following me on Instagram, I predicted Chris Kreider under his 35.5 goal total. That's an utter disaster. I did say McDavid under 55, though. That's going to hit. This seems low. I'm not going to lie. Some of these numbers seem low. Maybe that's just me. I think Rantanen gets to 50. McDavid, I think, still gets to like high 40s. I just can't see 2 50-goal scorers and 2 goal scorers ahead of 47 goals. That's crazy. And that's it. That's the full list. So Brock Faber, your Calder winner right now. Aiden Hill, your Vezina Trophy winner. Cale Makar, your Hart winner. If someone told you that before the season, you would punch them in the face or something like that. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about this list? It's definitely interesting. Definitely, well, you probably shouldn't solely go off the math. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.